Hey, all right. Welcome to another video by yours truly. I was looking for my spinner, but can you find my spinner? So we'll find out, something I already knew, but oh well, no spinner. Okay, we're gonna work on some volume, and before we get to the volume, we're gonna work on determine the circumference and area of circles. It says a bicycle wheel has a 12-inch radius. How far does the wheel travel in one full turn? So one full turn is the same as one revolution or one rotation. And so if I'm talking about look at that, I spelled it wrong. Or one rotation, okay? So one revolution, one rotation. Well, that's the same thing as asking for the circumference of a circle, because you want the distance around. And so if I draw my circle, you want the circumference is the distance around, not the inside. So one full turn is like saying a revolution, a rotation, or one circumference. I know the radius is 12. Well, that means my diameter is double that, which is 24. And so my equation is just circumference equals pi times diameter. And we're going to use pi, we're going to use 3.14. So then to find the answer is just 3.14 times the diameter, which is right there. Okay, no big deal. Okay. Number 2, Loretta wants to put a circular mirror on a wall. The mirror has a radius of 23 inches. How many square inches? This is the key word. How many square inches of space will the mirror take up? So you have a mirror, circular mirror, the radius is 23. You want to know how much space is going to be occupied by the mirror. So think you're going to put it against the wall, and you want to know how much space is going to be taken up. That means you don't want the distance around the circle. You want to know how much space, that means inside. Also here it says how many square inches. Well, this is something synonymous with area. And so when they want square inches, we usually are looking for area. And so to find the area is pi times radius squared. We're going to continue using pi as a 3.14. And so this just means 3.14 times radius. You have the radius right there. That is the radius. In fact, it gave it to us. It says there the radius is 23. And so just multiply and you get your answer. Next one, a house is located at the center of a circular lot, exactly 10 yards from the edge of the lot. Well, this is the radius because it's from the center to the outside. How much fencing will the homeowner need to surround the entire lot? This word surround, okay, so you want to put fencing around this thing. Okay, so I'm going to highlight I want fence around this area. You don't put fence inside, you put the fence around at the edge. So it's like the perimeter of a polygon, but in circles we say the circumference. Okay, so we want the circumference, which is pi times diameter. Okay, if you know that's the radius, the diameter is double that. And for pi we use 3.14. Okay. Number 4, Ariel glued a strip of ribbon around the edge of a circular picture frame so that there was no gap or overlap of the ribbon. If the picture frame is 8 inches in diameter, how much ribbon did Ariel use? Okay, and so you have a strip of ribbon around the edge. So look what it says there, a strip of ribbon around the edge. So you're going around the edge of this circle here. So you're going to put a strip of ribbon around. So if I want to put something around something here, I'm looking for the circumference. I'm not looking for the area. I want to know how much I used up. So the distance around, it says there, around the edge. So por las orillas, okay? Around the edge. And so I know it says that the diameter is inches. So that means this is the line that goes all the way across, that goes through the center, but one side to the other side, but it must go through the center. That's 8. So my diameter is 8. Diameter equals 8. Pi, we use 3.14, and you just solve it that way. Okay, it's enough to get the answer. And now we're going to talk about is volume. Okay. Mr. Jacobs added a structure to the top of his barn. So this is his barn here. Okay, that's his barn. He's going to add a structure to the top. So he added that figure here, which is a rectangular pyramid. Okay, so a rectangular pyramid, you have to use area of the base times the height divided by 3. Okay, well, what kind of pyramid is it? Well, I noticed that the base is rectangular in shape, so it's a rectangular pyramid. So then I can say length times width times height divided by 3. Well, if this is 25, that's 25. If this is 12, that's 12. Okay, so then it tells you that the volume is, so equals, this means equals 900 cubic feet. So that means that this is 900. So that means that 25, I'll put it here, 25 times 12 times the height, which I don't know, and then I divide by 3, has to give me 900. So that means 25 times 12 times one of these, and then divide by 3, has to give me 900. Okay, figure it out. Number 2 there, a paperweight has the shape of a triangular prism with a height of 5 centimeters. The area of the base of the prism is this. Okay, so it's telling you the area already. That means it's telling you the capital B. And so it has the shape of a triangular prism. So we're going to use this. We don't divide by 3 because it's a prism. But they're telling you that the height is 5, so that's 5. And they're telling you the area of the base. Well, the capital B stands for the area of the base. So they're telling you that. And so that's all you got to figure out. Okay. Trisha designed a glass vase in the shape of a rectangular pyramid. The vase has a volume of 1,000 cubic centimeters and a height of 20 centimeters. Which of the following could be the dimensions of the vase. So you have a rectangular pyramid. So a rectangular pyramid, you divide by 3, or we can use length times width times height divided by 3. So that means that these numbers go here, plus the height. So it's either 10 times 5 times 20 divided by 3. If that gives you 1,000, that's the answer. Okay, that's all you got to do. Substitute these numbers in here with the 20, divide by 3, and if that gives you 1,000, that's the answer. No biggie. Okay, number 4 is the same way that you did this. It's just a triangular pyramid, which this was rectangular. Now this is triangular. So remember that. Let me go to the next one, because now I won't have time to finish all of it. Okay, here, how much cubic feet of water will fill a rectangular pool? They want to know the volume. Okay, what's the volume? It's rectangular pool, so that means we use this. So think about it. If it's rectangular, then we can use length times width times height. That'll give me the answer. No biggie. Okay, here, what is the volume of this container? Volume equals the area of the base times the height. We know it's a prism because it has 2 triangles as bases. Well, this actually means, the capital B means, to find the area of the base, it's a triangle. So it's base times height times height. So base times height divided by 2 gives you the area of this times the height. Okay, figure it out. Okay, number 3 there. Dan is filling a rectangular picnic. Look at that, rectangular prism. It just wants the volume. You're going to use this equation. Okay, or volume equals length times width times height. Come on, you should be able to figure that out. Just remember one key thing. Inches, feet. You must convert this guy to inches before you do it. Okay. Let's go to another one. Here, Frank is making a candle with the mold below. He plans to fill half of the mold with wax. What volume of the mold will he fill? Again, this is a rectangular prism. You use this, or volume equals length times width times height. Find the volume. This will give you the volume of the whole thing. but you only want half. So remember, you want half of it. So what can you do once you get the whole volume if you only want half? Think about it. What is the volume of the triangular prism? Volume equals the area of the base times the height. It's a prism, but I know the base is 2 triangles. So that means that the capital B, the area of the base, has to be base times height divided by 2. So think there, okay? Base times height divided by 2 times the height. And you get your answer. No biggie. Number 3 is there. Okay, number 4, same thing. You have the same as this, except it's a little longer and it's kind of sitting on something, and this one is standing up. But it's the same thing. Base times height divided by 2 times the height. You don't divide by 3 because it's a prism. And how do you know it's a prism? Because it has 2 congruent bases, and they're both triangles right there. Those are your bases, not the rectangles on the side. Those are the lateral sides. Okay, so hopefully this has helped you. And good luck. I'll see you later. Ahí te guacho.